The film just kind of wants to convince you, sorry, that money doesn't solve everything, but the more it pushes that message, it kind of proves the opposite. Hey, welcome back to the channel where I share my honest thoughts on movies I mostly understand and occasionally show up late to. Today we're talking about a movie called Good Fortune, and I'll be completely honest, I spent most of the runtime just trying to figure out if the film wanted to be like a spiritual satire type of thing, a class commentary, or just like a reminder that I don't make enough money to live. So the trailer says it's about a poor man who switches lives with a rich man after an angel intervenes, and technically that's true, that's what happens, but it really just felt like it was one long chaotic experience in proving that broke people can't afford to make even one small little mistake, and that rich people will complain about everything except being rich. Like, I did walk in a few minutes late, I do have to say, but I somehow still knew exactly what was going on in the movie. Like, the setup is that obvious. There's a guy who's clearly poor, living in a motel room. He's obviously stressed. He looks like he hasn't slept since like last month. And then there's a rich guy played by Seth Rogen who's like living a lifestyle so clean and curated. It makes me really uncomfortable. It makes me want to throw up. And he has the marble countertops and the designer loungewear. Like, that's kind of the dynamic they have there. That's what they showed. But then the plot kicks off when Seth Rogen hires the broke guy to be his personal assistant for like a week. Think trial one. It's a big opportunity, life changing potentially, and the poor guy just immediately like ruins it by taking the company credit card out on like a $300 date. Like, it's just another thing for him to do. I don't know. Like, that part was low key devastating. Like, one swipe and he's just out of a job, just like that. No second chances, no warnings, just unemployment. But then we have Keanu Reeves showing up as the angel. Literally, an angel, not a metaphor. He's like in this trench coat. He has the small baby wings, apparently. He's just like standing on rooftops, like just watching everything happen. But his solution to this whole rich, poor person thing is to just switch their lives. Just switch them, flip them. No warning whatsoever. Like, the rich becomes the poor, and then the poor becomes the rich. Then now we got two grown men waking up in each other's trauma with like no type of way of dealing with it, no instructions, no nothing. And the angel is proud of this for some reason. Like, it's played like as a comedy at first, and some of it does work, I will to say. Like, there's a really good pee bottle joke aimed at Amazon in there that feels way funny because it's so accurate. And then Keke Palmer's also in this movie, but she doesn't really do much, I will have to say. I do love Keke Palmer as an actress, but she doesn't do much for this movie at all. But for a while, this movie leads into like the whole mess of like the rich guys trying to budget and this new life. The poor guy is immediately upgrading his wardrobe. Like, it's ridiculous, but it's still watchable. But then it kind of tries to go deeper at some point. Like, Keanu gives the broke guy, his name is Arj, a glimpse of what his future looks like, and it's like really bleak. Like, he's lost his dog, he's sleeping on his girlfriend's family's couch, like, and everything's kind of like dimly lit and just really mostly draining, you can see. And it's supposed to be like a wake-up call as to why life is still worth living. Meanwhile, the rich guy is like living Arj's former life and realizing that being poor is like actually so freaking hard, which, yeah, thank you so much for that groundbreaking discovery. We didn't know that. And just when I thought we were like kind of watching the moral arc of the story, Arj like crashes his car while texting and driving. He's up in a coma. Like, you didn't see that coming, but you do see it coming because of course it's not that easy. But now the rich guy is stuck in the broke life with no way out, and the angel is suddenly like under review by his whole angel HR department. Sandra Oh is his boss, by the way, and she shows up and she fires him, and he's literally no longer an angel. Now he's a human being in the human struggle like the rest of us. He takes his wings, strips his powers. He's literally, he's a human. So now Keanu Reeves is just walking around like as a newly human man. He has no job, no money, no powers. He has no clue as to how the human life world works. And then he gets a job as a dishwasher and he starts smoking cigarettes, which just felt like the most honest thing that I've seen in this whole movie. Yeah. But then meanwhile, Arj at some point wakes up from his coma. He like pulls the most shameless move ever. Like, he fakes memory loss so he doesn't have to switch back to his poor life, which I get it, but at the same time, morally, that's wrong. But he just pretends not to know everybody. Like, he's still enjoying the rich life, ignoring the deal that he made previously. And honestly, I do respect the commitment to his memory loss that he had. But yeah, we have Keanu who doing dishes, losing his faith in humanity almost. The rich guy is eating like stale snacks in his car, and are just kind of like living like nothing's ever happened. And the film just kind of wants to convince you, sorry, that money doesn't solve everything. But the more it pushes that message, it kind of proves the opposite. I would say like sure, rich people get sad too, but at least they're in like homes with like HVAC and like good lighting and food. And the movie clearly kind of thinks it's being profound, but it also kind of contradicts itself the entire time at some point, and then it kind of just ends. Like, the conclusion is supposed to like tie everything together, but it kind of just fizzles out. There's no real emotional payoff from watching it. There's not really a good satisfying resolution. Everyone just kind of sort of accepts the situation, and that's kind of it. Yeah. And if anything, what sticks with me the most from this movie was Keanu Reeves. Like, his performance, his comedy, that deadpan, like the weirdly gentle humor carried most of the movie for me. The plot really did nothing. Like, the movie does have a message, but it doesn't really fully commit to the message. And then I think that there's a heart in there, but it really just gets lost again behind the too many moments I feel like half written or like half thought out. Like, it's funny in some places, uncomfortable in others, and like overall, I just don't think it landed like it wanted to. Like, I didn't hate it. I just don't know if it earned the message it was kind of aiming for. But yeah, welcome to Movie Ivy, the channel where I just kind of rename characters, forget the plot, and like still leave the movie theater earlier than most people. Yeah. So if you like this video, comment, subscribe, and if you ever looked at your life and thought maybe an angel should just swap me out, let's try it. But yeah, see you next time.